Hi everyone, this is Neo Mudiapula Jakalitsi Muramatlapan Moratsipan. We are back on the yellow couch here. And today my guest is a fallen football player. He failed so many tries in his life. It goes by the name of the left-hand bass. Tshepo Mohlala.
Oh, Lefthand.
You decided to wear that t-shirt, but it's fine.
Yeah, man, you must represent.
Represent, you played for Pirates actually.
Yes.
The early days.
Yeah, way back when I was still in high school. Played for Pirates Juniors, yes. Played with Lefthand,
Tshepo,
Your Gift Liremi, you know, the works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you still decided to say nah, football music.
Well, you know, it was funny how it happened actually.
Because I think they are more or less the same.
Yeah, well, they in the it's what do they, arts and culture. Yeah, so basically it's the same thing, you know. But I guess music was because it really ran in the family, you know. And apart from it being in the family, I really loved how the bass sounded.
but why bass specifically actually?
Yo, man, I don't know. Actually, to be honest, I just loved how the instrument sounds. That's for me. That's how I really fell in love with the instrument.
Yeah.
I just loved how it sounded, and I was like, yo. I mean, Victor Masondo is an uncle as well. So I mean, he has the most beautiful guitars that anyone can ever.
Yeah.
You know, you go to his gallery. You know, you find all these beautiful guitars. So, and I was like, when he started actually playing, you know, I was like, yo, okay, this thing sounds nice. One needs to actually try this. And yeah, that's how I felt.
You are from a Christian family actually.
Yeah.
And you have a lot of tattoos, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Were you not crucified?
Never. I think my family is very rooted and grounded in terms of their doctrine, in terms of what the word says.
So, like
millions.
And you probably still gonna get more because I heard that they are addictive.
Oh well, I don't know about addictive, but I'm still definitely going to get more.
Coming from a Christian background,
Yeah.
Your uncle is a pastor and your mom and
Yeah.
everyone within your family.
Sure.
On my side, growing up, I knew that you should not cut your body and stuff like that, and that's how I grew up.
Yeah.
But when you grow up, you get to hear different doctrines, different ideologies.
Yes.
What was it on you the first time you went and made the first tattoo ever?
For me, it was having studied the word, you know, and gone deep into studying the word, you know, for myself. And obviously, and as you grow, you also actually even ask, you know, and what can I say, research, you know, ask different pastors, you know, and you also need to do your own research, you know. So it goes way deeper than just what meets the eye. You know, when you read your scripture, you just don't read it from face value.
Yeah.
You know, doctrine is not just about saying you shall not do this. Why shouldn't you do this? What was happening at the time in the word when God was saying 1, 2, 3? Because we can always say Christ died for us, you know, so that you know, we may have life, you know. And for me, the word of God doesn't arrest, doesn't keep you from doing whatever you desire. That's why Christianity is not a religion. It's a relationship.
Personal relationship.
It's a personal relationship that you have with God, and God doesn't bind you. He doesn't hold you captive like religion. Religion says, you do this, this shall happen.
Yeah.
But a relationship, that's why we have Jesus who came and died. That means if I were to get these tattoos, that means if we were in religion, then I would die because it says you have now tattoos. But because Christ has come, which is the law of grace, that the law that covers
Everything.
multitudes, of sin, so according to a lot of people, tattoos are not something that
we will always quote Leviticus.
and that really says nothing. It says you shall not cut yourself for the day.
No, you give earrings and all.
Then we might as well not even eat pork. We might as well not cut our hair. You see, we might as well not even cut our hair. So you must not shave your head. Even the beard. We're not supposed to even shave our
Hey, when
beard.
you're speaking about the beard, I see ladies on Twitter are crying.
Don't start. This guy. This guy.
I mean, even if you can post a picture now on Twitter, like you'll see the lady, they will be swabber.
Yeah, well, you're clarifying fine.
So, but I hear you. Like sometimes, like you get, as you mentioned, there are different doctorates and all that,
Yeah.
tattoos and all
Yeah.
that, and you just wonder again, or like in most cases, we always quote the verses that favors us.
Yes.
And then if it doesn't favor us, we are trying to make it look it in a different way.
I think that's our biggest problem. I think I said something just a couple of days ago on social media. I said the one of the biggest problems that we suffer from as Christians is that we suffer from the ailment of self-righteousness, but yet we don't know that we suffer from that sickness. So if you don't know that you've got an illness, you will not go and check, because it will keep chowing inside you and it will keep hurting you because you don't know that you have this. That's why it's important that we must always refer back to the word as to what God requires of us. We say we are better. Yes, we are better, but what does that do to other people? What does that being better do to other people? Does it benefit other people or does it hurt other people? Because if I'm going to continually saying that I am better than everyone else and I'm saying I'm perfect, then if someone does something wrong and I'm going to go to them and call them out, okay, that's the lingo they say, and say I'm going to call them
cancel you.
Yeah, I'm going to cancel you. My friend, you are struggling with things that we don't see. Just because someone else's wrong is out there, where not, because you feel you are perfect in the public eye, and you are blameless, but there is no man. The Bible is clear about that.
Which I think it is what's happening in the Christian community, especially in our generation.
Of course.
We are quick to throw the stones.
That's why I always say, if you have, the Bible will say, if you have no sin, cast the first stone.
Yeah.
If you are without fault. That's why I even say, if you are perfect and you had no sin and you walked blameless, you still have to get saved. whether you have done no wrong in your life, you still must get saved. Because you haven't received Jesus, the one who washed the way, the truth, and the life. You haven't received the God that is, what can I say, the one who washes sin. Sin is not what you do. What we do is already the fruit. You know, sin is not drinking. I always say, God didn't send his son Jesus to us because Neo Unapia.
Yeah, I'm not a sipping saying,
I know. What I'm trying to make an example by is saying God is not petty. He will not send his son Jesus to come and go through what he went through just because no, he's not that petty. God had to send his son so that he can save his people. So the smoking and the drinking is just the fruits. But you are already a sinner before you are a sinner.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm saying God is an amazing God. You know, it's just not what we just read on face value, and that's why it's important that we must really go deep into scripture, deep into the word, and really read and understand and know what we are walking in, you know, so that we may not end up hurting other people because we think we are better.
You are so rooted in the word, and which is very, very rare when it comes to musicians.
I knew that was coming.
Which is very, very rare. So I take another time the pastor was going on the stage, you were not going outside to chill and hang out with Majida.
There was a stage where I did that.
Yeah.
There was a stage where I did that, and I, you know, I got saved at a very young age. I got saved at the age of, was it 15? Yeah, saved at the age of 15, and then obviously then you know that you are saved, and once you're saved, and then you are going to heaven.
That's it.
That's it. I was like, yo, I'm going to heaven now. I received Jesus. I'm going to heaven. I'm not going to hell. So then, obviously, as you continue to grow and you grow, and then I became a musician after my football, but one thing I can say is, as musicians, it is very, I think it's programmed. If you don't, what can I say? Yeah. So, what was I saying by the way?
About musicians.
Oh, musicians, yeah. Yes. What I'm saying is that you end up now deciding to take your walk with God seriously. And it's not just about now. You are here to play, and and that's it. You know, now you want to be involved in prayer meetings. You want to be involved in home cells. All night prayer. Although I would sleep sometimes, you know, because you're growing in this thing. You know, you're growing in your faith. You know, so you make a decision that you want to now grow, and you want to be. You want to see fruits of this walk that you have taken, you know. So I just had to make a decision to say, okay, it's not just about the playing anymore. It's about actually now taking my faith seriously and doing what God requires me to do. More than just playing, I need to actually now grow as a person. Spiritually. So I had to just take that decision.
You play a special, unique bass which is designed.
Yeah.
Lefthand for you. Left-hand players, they think they are special. What was the story there? Because Brady Ketting is your uncle.
Yes. Oh, well, no, it was just fortunate for me, you know. Hey, I used to play. I think many people know me playing with the blue bass, the 6-string. So it always used to affect the volumes. Used to be up here because it's a right-handed bass. Bass players will know, or guitar players. The volumes usually are down there when your guitar's the right way around. So you don't get affected because your leaning is, you know. So I used to take the bass and turn it upside down. So I was like, what? This guy. Back then, I was like, what? Turns the bass upside down? Oh, okay. So I saw a couple of bass players doing it overseas, you know. Your Jimmy Haslip, you know, Prafana Zulu, did the same thing here. And I was like, yo, okay, but as you continue, as you grow playing, and then you start doing other stuff on the guitar, you disturb the volumes and the tones if your trebles and your bass on the guitar. So then, as probably halfway through a song, then the tone of the bass changes because I'm busy playing, you know. Then after, when you listen back, halfway through the song, the tone is changed.
Yeah, it doesn't sound the same.
Or some way, even if you're on stage, you hear it, and you always have to refer back and check out. Then I was like to my uncle, hey, because he's endorsed by Yamaha, he's on the catalog. When you walk into Yamaha, you see.
He's flexing, but continue.
So I was like, hey, Malume, can't you get me a left-handed bass from somewhere? Or maybe you speak to people at Yamaha or whatever. Then he said, he's like, okay, we'll see what we can do. Then it was just maybe a month or two down the line. He said, go and pick it up.
The same Malume who threw you under the bus in 2006 or 2007 into thy presence.
Yeah, the same Malume. The same one. Yeah, he was like, no, my uncle Benjamin, he was like, now, then my uncle was like, no boy, I'm going to use you. And I was like, no, but I'm not ready. Because I was still at school. It was my final year at school, music school. And he's like, my Benjamin was like, I'm going to use you. Because it's going to make target. I'm like, He's like, boy, I'm going to use you. But I'm taking after Uman Mesmusi, so I mean, come on, you know. Because I think it was after, I'm not sure if it was after You Blessed Me Still, or after For Every Mountain.
I think it's For Every Mountain. That was the last, that was the live project.
Yes, after For Every Mountain, then he's like, I'm doing it in his presence, there's no audience. At least you would be safe. I was like, oh!
That was like, a moment of a history actually. And
I was like, no, he's like, there's no audience. I was like, great! Let's do it. If there's no audience, cool. And that was the door opening for me.
You had Elwin Botha on keys, you had Temba Masina on drums, and then who else was on that band? Yeah, no, one key on second key again.
Second keys,
and the vocals also.
Yeah,
Mama Margaret Mutsahe, Vicky Vilagazi.
No, Vicky was not there.
Oh, Vicky was on the second one. Lulama, actually.
Lulama,
yeah.
Nondumiso, Putuma, Sasha.
Who was that guy with the deep voice? Yeah.
That was the first.
Those guys were big even back then.
Yeah.
And you're coming there, a young man. The song that we played there, you think about Yakutani, it's a classical song.
Yeah.
And then when they say classic, you are part of that.
Ish, man. Look, to tell you the truth, it was nerve-wracking. I was very, very nervous because obviously, you know, it's your first recording. You've never heard yourself play. You know, you've never really done anything. The only recording that you would probably do was at school. It's only practical.
Yeah.
And then you record for some of the other students, the students that will be engineering. And they're like, okay, Tshepo, can you please come and play bass? What. So that was the only recording. I could say you would listen to yourself. But now here's this thing that's going to go countrywide,
Yes.
but
Yes.
what were everywhere.
I mean, you check on YouTube now, you get it.
You
We
know?
see you there.
So, and before there was Victor Masonda on bass, now who's this guy?
You have to fill those big shoes.
Come on, Muto.
And you were slender, either you were hungry or you were poor.
I'm still slender, what do you mean? I'm still slender. The
At
only
least in the manyanete, they were both
or maybe because of the beard, oh. Yeah, so yeah, well, then it happened that then I got called. He said, boy, let's do this. And it was a life-changing experience, you know. It was really a life-changing experience. I wouldn't trade that moment for any other moment, because one, it was one of the best-selling albums nationwide. The concept of no audience took the country by storm. And one thing I remember my uncle saying to us, he's like, God is our audience.
That's true.
When you worship, God is your audience. Because if you're going to worship people, then God is no longer the center. So that's what I even do now. I don't care how many people are watching. You know, if I were to decide to worship alone, sitting at home, I take that for myself and I say, God, you are my audience. This is what I do for you. You know, even when I play secular gigs, I pray before and I say, Lord, let my gift, you know, reflect. You know, you are the one, because you never know who you touch, however way you touch the person. So.
And you did, I think, 3 projects with your uncle. The other 4.
I think, yeah.
4. Which one is the
June
4th?
16?
Oh, June 16 in blue. Yeah. The third one, actually.
Yeah.
You were, who were you playing bass with?
Mandla.
Mandla.
Yeah.
What was the issue between you and Mandla? Because there
there
was a story in that album.
Yeah, there were a lot of politics, man. You know, music politics are fun. Somewhere, somehow.
Did you chow his girl or you chow the girl?
You see, the funny thing is, you know, when you have outside forces, and they try to come in between me and my uncle because other people had agendas that they want to achieve. So then I was already, to be honest, I wasn't even supposed to do that project.
Yeah.
I was already cut out because they got what they wanted. They got, like, literally, they got what they wanted.
So you were never beaten also. I mean, this is your uncle you are talking about.
No. I was literally cut out. Then I was like, no, I'm going to talk to my uncle and listen to what he has to say about it. And I went to him and it's like, oh, okay, so is this really it? I'm like, yeah, but come on, really? But to banana the agenda, but told like you blacky, like you be lip bass and you blacky, my guitar's already there, boom, there, done, got feature. How? But so what? Yeah, this guy, I thought this guy was not a part of this thing. Bass player number 2, what feature Italian? B, oh no, cheetah, and then you understand?
Sure.
So then my uncle calls him cheetah and says, hey, look, man, let's shelf this project. The outside forces, that's what no, but you can't do this, you can't do that. He's like, no, not like this, not like this. Then they were like, okay, at least give him 2 songs. At least, you understand? Then that's how it happened that we did that project.
Was that your last, or the reason why you decided you're gonna do secular?
No, not.
Because I might be wrong.
Yeah.
I don't think you've done any other gospel beside your uncle's project?
Yeah, no, I did Tabs David.
Oh yeah.
I did, I think, 2 of Tabs David. But that's I think that's just about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but where recordings are concerned, yes. But shows I probably played was almost.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're also a songwriter.
Yeah.
You wrote the song. It's still, I think it's underrated or maybe not noticed. No
Yeah.
God Above by Dube-Christianity-Marriage. And man, it's such a beautiful song.
Yeah, well, when I wrote that song, actually I wasn't even writing it for anyone. So, and then my uncle was like, I was like, oh, okay, I just said to him, plus we're playing PlayStation, so we're playing. I was like, hey, Malo, for your new album, I've got a song for you, titled No God Above You. I was like, hey, I like the title.
Just like that.
I just love the title, says a lot, so bring it. So then I just did a small pre-recording, then got Tshepo to sing just a guide, and then I just gave it to listen. And then, man, of me writing that song was just saying there is no God above you, man. There is none else above you.
He was wounded.
You are self-sustaining. You are God all by yourself.
Yeah.
It was just a worship, saying to him, there is no one like you. There are gods, but there is no one above you. When I can't even, sometimes I can't even comprehend how I came about with, you are self-sustaining. You are God all by yourself. It was just a worship to him, just telling him that, And then wow, I was like, all right. Then at some point it was #1 on Rainbow FM for like 3-4 months. I was like, oh, okay.
Did you get money royalties or something?
Of course I did.
Okay.
My business side of music is sorted out.
That's good.
Like
Because you should have a production, a recording company.
Yeah, I've got my publishing company, which is Lefthand Bass Productions. So, I mean, you have to have your business side of music sorted out. If you want to take your music business seriously, or your music seriously, you must have your business side of music sorted. You can't just go into it, thinking it's all stage, lights, camera, action.
And that's it.
And that's it.
You have to know everything.
Then tomorrow you come back, you're on the newspapers, second Robi.
I think that there was a lady who was trending on secular, and you mentioned something like, do you guys understand the contract that they signed?
Yeah. It's basic, man. I don't know why we make the same mistakes as we, like, okay, well, artists make that mistake. It's just basic. It's very basic. When you go into something, especially if it's going to be big, okay, I understand sometimes gay word of mouth. Tshepo come and play on the song, and then you come up with an idea and say, hey, if you added the Lord instead of Jesus was, already you're a co-writer. You're already a co-writer. You added something that benefited the song. So you are already part of a percentage of the song itself. So you must also get something, a percentage. That's why I always say, when you're going to sit down and do something with someone, discuss percentages from the onset, so that when you go to register it, you guys are sorted, or you guys fill the thing together and go there together and submit together. There must be transparency, because the guy feel no kavaya na kavaya giliwa na fitla 30% we agreed on 20 or 10. You understand?
So
it doesn't really
or
have
copies.
Let's have, I would say, transparency of it, because.
But is it transparency there in the music industry?
No. Ukara moto fails to tell you hore or tlamele le gagwe bukae when you go to a show.
Is it what happened last when you went to?
Yeah.
Is it what happened when you went outside the country?
Okay. No, man, No, I already know, man.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just saying, especially with people that you don't usually work with, and it's maybe a once-off thing and whatever. There are some people who really who do it right, who want to do it right, and they say, okay, let's sit down. You find your bass line here, make the song.
Yeah.
So what do you think? What would you want the percentage to be? And then you discuss, you decide, okay, no, please, publishing, this is what I want publishing to.
Sure.
This is what, if you're going to give me some rights to the song, and let's go maybe 25 you can give, because the song is yours.
It's yours.
I just added the bass. Loen was greedy here, or what, 50-50. Because it's not just all.
Yeah.
You don't compose, you do, and there's a difference between composition and songwriting. So all those things are just basic, We
will come back to that. You went and played for Donald. They were blocking on Twitter. I did not do anything to Donald, man.
It's so spicy.
You went to secular world, man. Why did you decide on you wanna focus on, or is it how it sound when you play bass?
No, actually, I went secular when I was still playing with my uncle. Worship in his presence. I was already playing for Lefthand.
Yeah, Mufigizol.
Yeah, I was already with her. Lebo TS Records.
Yeah.
That time, TS
was hit.
It was hit. Incredible Pro, Osesh, Zinyoga, the bricks.
Yeah.
You understand? And most of the time, if we would travel, we would travel as a crew. Whatever was TS, really TS for life. So they would feature each other.
Yeah.
So it was that kind of vibe. So that's how I actually, then I told my uncle that, hey, I'm playing with Lefthand. And he was like, oh, okay, cool, all right. Then following recording after Nyawutanda, then it was worship. Then he called me, but I was still playing with him one time. So it wasn't a matter of I am branching out to secular because I don't want to play. But while I was still with my uncle, I started with him.
So that tweet did not hit too deep?
No, not at the time.
I mean that recent tweet about you have no business listening to secular world.
That's why that is baby stuff. That is baby stuff. That is baby stuff. We can't be dealing with you shouldn't be listening to that, you shouldn't be doing this, you shouldn't be doing that, you shouldn't be getting tattoos. While people are dying of COVID, we need to be praying for people. We need to be dealing with serious issues of life. When you shouldn't be listening to house music. While your gospel artists are not even writing songs that are even
spicy now. Yeah, men of God, spicy now.
While many gospel artists are not even writing word-inclined music. So how can let me just say that, because I'll
Go
end up.
Hey, you're being spicy.
No, I'm not being spicy. I'm being very straightforward, and that's who I am, man. And a lot of people don't know that about me. I'm very quiet, but I'm quiet for a reason.
Before we could talk about faith and belief, I think it was the first album you produced within your...
No, it was Grateful.
Grateful, yes.
Before
we go there,
yeah.
You were once married.
Yes, sir.
That's the whole process, and after that, it never affected you. I mean, I know a lot of people after marriage, like, they'll say, I'll never get married again, I'll never date. Men are trash, women are trash, and all that.
Look, I got married when I was, many people say, young. I might give away my age. I got married at age 25. I was 25 when I got married. My wife at the time, my ex-wife now, she was on two of my uncle's projects.
Yeah.
She sang, that's Butler's mom. And then on Worship in His Presence, she was there. Yeah, so
before you continue, so you guys, you see each other there.
No, it's funny how we met, because she was really a huge fan of my uncle. And then she does a lot of graphics.
Do you ever regret though?
Doing what?
Getting married?
Never. I think anyone that wants to get married needs to get married.
So
because
you consider getting married again?
It's safer, and it's so nice to be able to go to someone who you can always pour out your heart to. It is no. I think personally it is very nice to get married young. Forget about other people's experiences. Marriage is a good thing. Marriage is a very good thing. You are able to see things differently. Your mind changes, and your perspective of life changes altogether. Instead of Nyavuga today, Gatsoa today, that's all I'm doing, and where am I going to go? But when you're married, you know that you're responsible you're responsible to that person, and you're accountable to that person.
Sure.
And when you're young, it's nice, man. You're always going out doing stuff with your person.
Sure.
It's nice. Unlike getting married so late, so experiencing and then little because when you've experienced, but by 20,000 because because now you're gonna come and meet this person, and now you're going to little because Lena has had the experience.
Sure.
And however way, I just believe, that's my personal belief. I'm not saying it shouldn't be done that way, because everyone has a different experience. I would say it's much safer to get married young. And I want to get married again.
Okay, so in a nutshell, you don't regret getting married?
No, never, man, never. It was the best experience of my life. I think I could never, whether I went through a divorce, however way I went through it, I would say for me, it is so much safer. I still use the word safe because you are confined into this space, the person that you love and the person that you are building something with, and you don't have other things mama siding when you are a single person, because you have options. Only single. Yeah, precious day. Precious. You want one chance out day. Whereas when you're married, you must fix this thing. We are partners. We are partners for life. We need to build we are building something. It is a work in progress. My parents, Mr. and Mrs. Mohlala, are married this year, 46 years.
Yo,
46 years. So I can't say I shouldn't have gotten divorced, because that's my journey. That's how and bear in mind, it's the first time ever I've ever spoken about my divorce.
wow.
On your show. I've never ever spoken about it. This is my first time.
Wow.
So I won't say I'm a failure because I wanted to be like my parents. It is my road. It is
Your
It
experience.
is my experience. This is what how I'm walking my life. And no one wakes up tomorrow and says they want to be separated from the person they love or breaking away from. They want to have their perfect ever after. That's what they say.
Tshepo, most of the artists like Lejolana within the industry there, and then doesn't work out.
Yeah.
I'll move from this soprano.
What are you worship team? What's up? What are you worship team?
No, I'm being serious, man. So I'm like, Lejolana, that's so. I don't tell Bonuyan, what's Tshepo?
Yeah.
She's in the industry.
Yeah. Well, no, not it's not really about being in the same space. My ex-wife was not really into music. She was into something totally different. It's just that her gift was singing. She could sing, but really now she's not nowhere. My mom
you can't find that.
Yeah, no, she's nowhere in the music industry, but she's very good when it comes to graphics and designing stuff. She's very good with it.
You
understand?
Yeah.
So it's not about
it's so nice, but you don't talk bad about him.
No, because even now, the way we co-parent, you would never say, okay, these people are not together, or they were once together, or even how we relate to one another. Mama Buntle, and Mama Buntle, look, I'm not able to pick up Buntle. She understands this time of COVID, and I'm a musician. She was never that baby mama. Yeah, no. Okay, although Buntle she stays with me, but she had to understand that there are certain things that I could not do in the last year.
You were broke last year. Say it.
Everyone was broke. Everyone was broke. Everyone was broke. Yeah. Even now, you can say because you're broke. That same day, I learned to go airport. It was already finished. Then I go back. You understand? Because even now, people are still recovering from whatever happened to you and so on. But she understood, man. She understood. Okay, there was no okay, but she did most of the things. We have actually given each other responsibilities. Okay, you take care of her hair. Every time, okay, she will do her hair. Okay, I'll take care of this, I'll do that. But since I couldn't do my part, she said she was like,
Benjamin.
I get it. Okay, it's fine. Like key my half for the stationery. I think this was last year, and December, and then last year December there was nothing happening, and I was fortunate enough to do that telecom thing. That telecom government pay. At least that gave me some relief above the water. Then I went to her and I said, this is my half for stationery, someone care for next day. She was like, no man, I'll take care of it, I'll handle it. Just like that.
Co-parenting.
When she comes and picks her up, hey, Papa, today I can't.
Finale date.
Yeah. Onale something else I like, so I can't. Okay, no, that's fine. B, Mama, mommy says she can't. Me and you will go out.
And how's the relationship between her and Tshepo?
Perfect. Like on Bunkle's birthday, on Bunkle's 12th birthday this year in May, we sat together around the table, together, coffee. Funny enough, Khosi, my son, looks like Bunkle when Bunkle was still a baby, identical. Rafili was like, almost. What's on? She even took Bunkle's picture when Bunkle was a baby.
Yeah.
Angasa Khosi, and she made a picnic.
Oh wow.
And she sent it to me. I don't want to know what's on it. You understand? Because we have set boundaries, and the relationship between me and her has been consistent from
way back.
From the time we separated. It has been consistent, and it starts with the individual. You understand? That's how I always. That's why I sometimes wonder why does it? Okay, because we have personal issues with one another, but I always say it has to start with an individual. If not, if let's say she had to come and go, I was like, you know what? I'm not going to do this with you. This was going to be me. I was like, you know what? If we go rather keep the baby, and then now I'll do this, and I'll do it from afar. And whatever you need, on phone, because I am not a person on Ratan. I don't like. Yes, I was about to get to that. Even when they started dragging me, I sat and I kept quiet. And people are like, Tshepo, this girl is throwing you under the bus. If I wanted to, I would have finished her, because you say you guys you're busy on the DMs there.
You are charming girls, and then they tell you stories like we are dead and all that. These things will expose you.
I'm thinking to myself, and funny enough, it's not even her that I got a call number hi on WhatsApp. One phone she's in hospital. Wakula, like I think was it a week before?
Yeah.
She posts pictures. And the next thing I'm receiving calls. I'm like, hello, what? Hi, motorist. So that's how it blew over. So that is not even worth talking about.
Your uncle got vaccinated. He was direct. You also went to get vaccinated.
No, I actually got vaccinated before he did.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I've
been vaccinated long ago.
Billy Gates is leaving you 666 Illuminati.
Strongly. You understand?
Yeah.
So
you are pro-vaccination in this time.
You get vaccinated 5 times when you're an infant. So you don't even know what that is. So why are you going to complain over a mere vaccine? Because they are theories. Why don't you start, you believe what the doctors say you must take when you are an infant. Horse is like what? He's a year old. Every 3 months he goes for, what's that? 3, 6, 9, 12. Yeah, he gets 4 vaccines in his first year. He gets 4 vaccines in his first year.
And there are no issues.
There are no issues. So, Abatlori, if you think that this thing will kill you, I get reborn. People have already gotten it. If you die, bro. We're all going to die at some point.
We'll come and cry at the funeral.
If we're gonna die, bro, we die. If we're gonna die, no. If we're gonna die, boy, we're gonna die. Like we're gonna die. So that's where we are going. Whether it's through a vaccine, you can walk out there and get hit by a bus. So for me, that's the it's what's happening now. It's a pandemic. We're doing what's the the professionals say this is what they have come with, and let's if I have taken the vaccine, if there's repercussions for it later, let me suffer. You understand? I was the one that took the decision to take the vaccine. If you don't want to take the vaccine, it's cool, man. I'm not going to vouch for anyone to say, vaccine. You've got your own beliefs why you don't want to take the vaccine. All I know is that the rapture will only begin.
let's go back to the music. You have a company, recording company.
Yes. Yeah.
Lefthand based production.
Yeah.
And you did 2 or 3 projects.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those that I know. I don't know if there's
no.
others.
Yeah, it's only 3.
And they have been in and out of digital platforms.
In and out? Oh yes. The reason was I'm the one to blame for that. I'm supposed to actually put them back, because obviously when
so you don't want Tshepo to get streams.
Don't worry about that. Don't worry.
Okay.
Don't worry. You'll see when.
Oh.
You'll see. So I'm the one that's to blame for that, because you obviously have a domain, right? When you put your music out there, when someone puts it out there, and then they pull it. So you have to use your own company, and you have to register it yourself. So with the 2 previous, we had people put them on the digital platforms for us. So obviously they did say to me, hey, I'm going to pull them off. Yeah. So you will have to
go and register.
I knew that. It's just that what I'm finding out, you're always procrastinating, saying, "Ish, I have to sit down, bring it over, and I have to now go there, put the album there yourself." So I'm the one that's busy postponing, but it can happen actually anytime that I just put them back.
Is she gonna do maybe any recording anytime soon?
February
2022.
That's a date.
Okay. I'll remind you, at least I don't forget.
Yeah, I know you don't. That's why I'm telling you.
I'll definitely remind you about that.
February. Right now we're just putting everything together. Because
are you writing also there?
Yes. Because you see, when you do your own thing, everything comes out of your own pocket.
And your uncle is rich. Let him put some strings.
Yeah, this guy is busy. This guy is busy with my uncle.
He wants the man.
Put some strings, man.
Oh, man.
So you don't use his name?
No, I don't. I don't use his name. I actually I refrain from using his name. Why? Because of he got the job because of Omalumwaki. I don't want that. I know where I'm going to use my uncle.
Yeah.
I know how to use my uncle. Because they say blood is thicker than water.
Sure.
When I say to him, hey, Malume, better. I send the sofa. Only project we yet.
Yeah.
I want you to feature fast. I'm charge. So that's how I know that. So when it comes to these other things, man, I've been in the industry too long for me to always go to him. I can go to my uncle Victor. He's produced Freshly Ground, PJ Powers, Sanko Mota. Like, he's done
the history in your family.
The summers, he's done the summers. He's gone international. He's worked with the Boys to Men's, the Take 6 in the US. So he's just something else. So I know you can't always, man. You can't always go back, and you must always you must always find your way yourself. So that if you run into a brick wall, that's always when you can refer back. Yeah.
Okay. Before in closing,
yeah,
I want us to do some game.
Yeah.
You choose one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start with drums. Two of your friends,
Yeah.
Sneaky and Lige.
Yeah.
Who do you have on your team?
Oh, wait. Whoa. You're smart because you know that Sneaky working he will even tell you when you have him on the show that the guy that opened doors for me or the guy that actually got me into the industry, Lefthand.
Yeah.
That's why he was even able to bring me to this interview. So Sneaky is like a younger brother, and Ligan is like a brother, like fede.
Sure.
We grew up together, literally.
Sure.
You know. So there's a picture of him and my uncle Victor and my uncle Benjamin. They were in a plane. He's on my uncle's shoulder.
Yeah.
That's how long we've known each other.
Yeah.
So it's not just about drums, man. These people are family, so you can't even choose.
But it is just a game.
Okay, cool. If I have to choose one, I choose both. No way, man. Yeah, so if I have to choose one, I choose both.
One time.
You can't.
One time.
I can't, bro. Okay, but if you want me to, let's say if one had to, I don't know.
Break a leg.
No, not even break a leg. Say, if my finger is white, but I can do it, I'll go for you guys.
I've got my answer. And then on keys you have Tabete
Yes.
or Murur.
Again. Okay, Tabete.
Okay, I get it.
Yes.
You've known Tabete for
Yes,
quite a long time
yes,
and all that.
Yeah.
On bass, who can we have on bass? Let's put Bega.
Big on as well.
Oh wow.
And
That doesn't matter.
and who else?
Tshepo.
Not too bass. Not even Mandla, man.
No man, give me.
Banda.
Banda.
No.
It's Bega. It's like that.
Yeah. If you were to say Beggar and someone else,
It's Bega.
unless maybe you would go maybe to
Outside South
the
Africa.
older generation, or are you talking gospel?
Gospel.
bass
Yeah,
players?
gospel.
Yeah, Beggar's the only gospel bass player.
But there's you know what? Let's just close it. Thank you, man, for being here. Thank you. Thank you, man. Thank you. We're going to have a social segment with Praise Musima here. Just stay tuned from Namorama Taupanam Ratsipan. I'll see you in the next episode.
Hello everybody, my name is Musima Praise and you are still tuned into the Gospel Chats with Newa, and we are hanging out with the one and only, the left-hand bassist, Tshepo Mohlala. How are you, sir?
I'm good, and how are you?
I'm very well, thank you. So good to have you.
It's
You know,
nice
I mean,
to be
today,
here.
finally, and
Yeah,
then
she's-
you were the first episode that Newa did on Instagram, so shout out to you for that.
Thank you.
Awesome. So we do have a few questions for you.
Okay.
Nothing hectic, just fun questions.
Cool.
So our first question is, what would it take for the other team to have you on their fan base? You know the other team?
Oh, the other team?
Yeah.
Nothing.
Oh, sure. Yeah, parrots for life.
Yeah, like through and through.
Uh-huh.
My blood is black and white.
Oh, lovely, lovely. So you do covers on your YouTube page,
Yes, yes.
and people should subscribe.
Yes.
What is your favorite cover that you did?
I would say Whitney Houston.
Mm-hmm.
What's this? Which song is that? I did two, but the one I'm wearing a cap,
Mhm.
I think
Mm-hmm.
that one is my favorite.
Mhm.
Yeah. Is it I'm every woman? Yes, I think.
I'm
Yes.
sure the groove there
Yes,
is like
yeah,
very
yeah.
nice. Nah?
Yes, yes.
Awesome. Awesome. And our last question,
Yeah.
what? So
Oh, really? Last
Yeah,
question.
last-
Sheesh, okay.
So you spoke about getting more tattoos, right?
Yes.
Which other tattoo would you get? You know, top of your head.
Top of my head. Actually, I want to get an anchor.
Mm-hmm.
And a
Okay.
map. on my left arm. Yeah.
Okay. What does it represent? Why the anchor in the left?
Then obviously there's a scripture that says, what's the word? Now it just ran away.
Paraphrase, it's fine. We'll know you are still safe.
Basically, it's God being God being the basically the anchor, and God being the root of everything. You know, Him holding me down in every possible way. You know, so I mean, and the map would represent Him being, because there's a compass on the map, Him being my direction. You know, Him leading me and guiding me, and me being rooted in Him. Yeah.
Awesome stuff. Thank you so much for joining us. It was a very informative one. Thank you.
Thank you.
Awesome. And you can keep in touch with us on all our social media platforms, on Facebook, on Twitter, and on Instagram. It is Gospel Chats with Noah. And do not forget to subscribe. Do subscribe, like, comment, and share. Thank you from myself, Musima Praise. Goodbye.